All right, folks, as quick as I can figure it out, I'm gonna show you how I like to put a little cage around a fresh tree. So let's get right to it. Here's what I'm gonna show you. I got this little tree here. First thing I like to do is I pound these posts in. These are 6.5 foot posts. I pound them in until they're about 5 foot to this spot right there. Use the old post pounder there, don't take a finger. And then I like to make sure that they are all, see that? Perpendicular to each other. Where's it? Right there. That's pretty good. And the reason you want these to be perpendicular, these poles, is because when you wrap that fence around them, you know, it's getting slightly distorted here, but that one looks good. See right there? Bam, that's parallel. Bam, that one looks good. The reason you do that is so when you put the fence wire around them, it stays in a nice little barrel shape. You want that pretty little shape. All right, so the first thing we're gonna do here is I got my poles in. Let's get my level real quick like. See what we're working with here. How bad off did I put these poles in? I ain't measured this yet. Dude, look at that. This one is off by half inch. So I'm gonna pound this one in about a half an inch, and I'll be right back. Just forgot to mention, actually, you want to go through your little circle poles that you've stomped in with your level there that you're keeping real nice track of, and find the lowest pole of the 4. You can do that with your level. I ain't gonna explain it to you because I can't do it with one hand, but this is the lowest of the 4. So this is the one you want to start getting your plane, your parallel, your perpendicular. I don't know what that's called. I guess it's perpendicular. I ain't no math major. We're just lucky to be outside at all. I'm probably gonna get hit by lightning, Pete's sake. Anyway, start with this guy here. He's the low one. And if you run the level across these two guys, this one needs to come down about an inch. Looks higher, but it's a distorted deal. He comes down an inch. This one comes down 2, and then those will all be at the same height. So let me do that real quick, like here. Woo! Look at that. Ain't that pretty? There you go. You want this all the way around. All 4 poles. Should do this from the top of each pole to the top of each pole. Here we go. Bam! Look at that. Now that's the other one. So that's 3 of the 4. Now we'll just collect this little last guy over here. We'll get them all tuned up. All right, posts are in. We need you need to get you some wire cutter, and a bunch of these clamps, these little bar clamps. Now that'll make sense in a second. The reason you need them bar clamps is because we're going to use it to hold these wires, or the fence wire, to the poles. That'll make sense here in a second. Usually I'm doing this by myself, so these are the things I figured out help make my life easier. Hold on a second, I'll show you. Next thing we're gonna do here is take this here fence wire, make one big loop around there, make sure it's about the right length. Gotta make sure this looks good. Get that nice little curve in it there, boys. This is looking about right as we walk around it. I'd say this is about the right length, plus or minus a little bit in here. All right, so let me, now we bring in these clamps. Show you what these guys do. See, this is part of that impossible task when you're trying to get this big circle of wire by yourself around this thing. So the reason the clamps come into play is you clamp that top piece of wire right there, then you grab another clamp, you take this little piece here, clamp it to the top, walk your way around the back, and it just makes it a little easier. So let me get them other 3 clamped up, I'll be right back. All right, we got the other clampies on there. See, we brought all the wire to the top of the post, hold it on there with the clamp. Bada boom, bada bing. Everything looks nice and round, nice little barrel shape, so it's pleasing to the eye. I mean, you're gonna be looking at these things for years. You know, make a bit of an effort. And I've cut the excess off. Left myself, here's my little fence, right there. So now I'm gonna start wiring these up and see where we get. So let me get some wire on these so they don't fall off anymore. Get a wire on this guy. Wire on this guy. You know, and this is the other thing too. The reason you want to make sure these poles are dead square so you can keep track of your tree. You know, if it's leaning. See what I'm talking about? Zoom. Zoom. Keeps her nice, you know? If your tree's all bent over, you'll know about it. Look. Wham. Wham. Perfect. Perfect. All right, let's get this wired up. Just a little random wire there, fence wire. cutting them off in about 10-foot pieces, right? Or 10-inch pieces. That sounds like a fisherman. Yeah, that's a 10-footer. So you got about a 10-inch piece. I use about 8 of those to hold that together. So let me cut up a bunch of those and wire it up. Then we take them little pieces of wire I just cut up. Bam! Just twist them around the pole right there. And I tend to leave these sticking out. I guess my thinking is maybe if a deer scrubs up against that, or some kind of garden weasel, I don't know. Maybe it gets a little prickly on there and says, I don't want no part of this. This is not tasty. So we'll do I'll do one down low and another one up high, and usually 2. And this is 3-foot wire. We'll keep her intact. So that's that. Let me get the other ones up, and I'll show you how we do the gate. What I call the gate, anyway. All right. Before I get electrocuted, we got the little ties on. There they are, looking good. Working our way all the way around. It's the 3rd post. Got the tie on there. Got the tie on there. And I leave these little pokery things out. Okay, so now we're coming around to where the 2 meet, right? You got the 2 pieces meet, or the 2 ends. See, I like to pull that, make myself a gate. See how that works? And the way you do this, it's hard to do with one hand. You got to bend one of these back here. There. Can you see it? Like that. And that, where am I at? There it is. Catches on there. Look at that. Ha ha! That's it. That's all you got to do. And when you're done, it's all tidy and beautiful, and you can look at it from your house, and you're not ashamed of yourself because you made a bit of an effort. Because really all you're doing by planting trees is making the place, great for the next people. There's no way I'm going to live long enough to see these things into any kind of tree, but we've done a good job here. These will look good. The fences look good. Keep the deer out. Ditch rats. I'm sorry, not deer. They're ditch rats. Filthy, filthy ditch rats. Keep the filthy ditch rats out. And that's all there is to it. Make that little fancy thing there. Look at it. Look at it go. Then when I want to get in here now, see, it's all closed up. Come over here. Bam! I'm in there. What's up, Mr. Tree? He's like, what's up, buddy? Good to see you, man. Done. Well, I hope that gives you some good ideas. Good luck. Keep them ditch rats out your yard. You know what I'm saying? I'm just going to apologize ahead of time. Halfway through this whole ordeal, my wife brought me a piece of cake, and I kind of lost track. So if I don't completely explain something, it'll be close. You know what I'm trying to say? So you'll figure it out from this video. And really, how much better does this one look, 4 poles and 3-foot wire, than that dude right down there in the yard there? Can you see him over there? Look at that junk. You suck, all right, you trees? Nah, you don't suck. I love you, buddies. These look better. That's the way to do it.